Well, the trees are blowing down everywhere here, but look at this. The Pondless Waterfall looks absolutely beautiful. Now, a project like this is not inexpensive. They got married back here. Their wedding was probably right down where you're standing. Someday you're gonna have one too.
I hope so.
You just need to find the right man first, right? Welcome to living the Aquascape lifestyle. So this is an all-American type of a street. I am with my executive assistant, Gianna, and Brian's boss, Amanda. And I'm Greg Wittstock, the pond guy. This is my vlog, Greg Wittstock, the pond guy. And I'm super excited about visiting this because I stopped by and brought the guys some ice cream when they were out here. This year, we built this, right? It was earlier this year, and then we landscaped the whole thing. And the cool thing is, right after we got done, they had a wedding back here. This is my first time back, seeing this beautiful Aquascape Pondless Waterfall. Wow. What a difference. We got a bubbling spear up top. So we got a little bit of vertical elevation right outside the kitchen here. And then all of this was just done. The landscaping just completed by our guys. Still have some of the stickers on. But what a great design when you have a natural slope like this that you could take advantage of. I love these steps that the guys did. So well done. I mean, look at that stone. What an awesome rock. I bet you that rock right there weighs 3,000 pounds just sitting right there. But boy, how that frames this out. This was just grass when the guys came in, and I love the crushed granite that they did for these pathways. I think it looks really good right here. What do you ladies think? You like it?
Awesome. Right over here is beautiful.
What an incredible view. This is why they put this crushed granite patio down here right outside this room, but the whole back of the house overlooks this. This is a mountain for us in Illinois when you have something like this. All of this rock is from the Ozarks, moss and lichen type rock, field stone that they come out, but man, I'm just sitting here right now looking at the little details. Look at that little dripping edge right there that comes out. 100% the guys made sure to design it that way. Right here, the water comes through, comes down, and it's just the little details like that. Look at that bridge. I can see the underwater lights in there. This thing has got to just look like mint at night. And I'm not sure where they would have stayed. I would guess that their wedding was probably right down where you're standing, Gianna. Speaking of weddings, someday you're gonna have one too.
I hope so.
You just need to find the right man first, right?
Yeah.
I love my job. So how they finished this off was, you can see the waterfalls comes down here, and then they made a dry creek bed, which I really like that design to kind of take your eyes out in there. But big field behind, and to think that this was just grass at the beginning of the year, amazing. And what's most amazing is that in a couple of years, when all of these plants fill in, it's just going to be a jungle back here. Terrific. So this entire project, since it's a brand new one, is featured on the Team Aquascape vlogs. I'm going to put all the links down here about how these guys actually created this. You know, how you dig back in, and every one of these rocks, as Brian likes to say, speak to us.
And we really listen to the rock, and yeah, this is listen. Figure out which way we should twist and turn it, where the next boulder should go.
Did you hear it? What he just called you? I don't know if you're gonna like that rock.
So we're looking at the rock, we're looking at the slope. I mean, just look at this bridge that they have. I mean, how can you design that on paper? I love the different levels. I love the step down here. I love the step up. And then again, what amazing steps that they have here. So what's funny is, I think this was really his idea, wasn't it? And then he convinced his new bride that they should invest back here. Were they always planning on getting married back here?
I don't think so.
Oh, there's a train. I didn't realize they were that close to the train.
Putting in that window, whatever's there.
Yeah, a view of the whole backyard, but what an entire complete difference this is. There's nothing you could put in a property that would make a bigger impact than a decorative water feature. I absolutely love this grotto. Having an area like this, a big echo chamber coming out. I mean, that is a tight, that's probably a 1 foot gap between these two giant boulders that they put in here. Traditional yard, just a trampoline in there. Anything but traditional, which is of course what we love. You know, when these guys came in here, this was just grass, and they came in here with the equipment. They had to dig everything out, and of course it all has to fit. Everything, all of the materials have to be ordered and designed. And it's not just the pond, it's the living spaces. It's the patio that right here with this crushed granite that just kind of takes you up and meanders around. It's the seating area down here. It's the dry creek bed. It's all the little touches. But you know, to work on a slope like this, when you have this, it just screams, give me a water feature, give me a water feature. And a project like this is not inexpensive. But like I said, they got married back here. I mean, how about this for a wedding venue? In fact, this would fit in any commercial wedding venue. I could just imagine the bride and groom standing right where I'm standing. I haven't seen the pictures yet. I just knew that they get married with that as the backdrop. Just terrific. And there's Amanda and Gianna just enjoying the beautiful day we have in Chicago up at the top. And you want to draw people outside, put in a water feature. They will spend hours on end. There's nothing that you could put in a landscape that would have more of an impact on pulling people outside than a decorative water feature. And like I said, this is a first-year water feature. These are first-year plantings, and every year it's just going to look nicer and nicer and nicer. This is $100,000+ backyard, but it's such an incredible water feature and such an incredible landscape, and we want to inspire more people to live the Aquascape lifestyle. So the coffee table book does that, my vlogs do that, the Team Aquascape vlogs that teach ponds done right, customers served right. These are all things that Aquascape does to help increase awareness with decorative water features, help people succeed in this business. And this is why I love to say I love my job, because every day is different and I get to see what my guys do. I am super, super proud of my team, and it's a fun day traveling with these ladies, visiting our Aquascape water features, isn't it, girls?
It is.
Okay, next stop. It's a blue jay. So unfortunately we had a storm last night, and of course the tree that falls down is the one with a little blue jay in it. Poor guy. So I would just leave it there, and I highly doubt it will make it, but what are you gonna do? So good morning, guys. We're walking up and we see the fallen branch, and it kind of stole the show. But you've lived in this house since 1978.
We designed it, we built it,
And you inspired your neighbors 3 doors down to build a pretty nice water feature that I heard they got married at.
Did they?
No,
Yeah, they got married by the waterfalls 3 weeks ago.
Oh,
really? We didn't know that.
So how long have you had the Aquascape water feature?
Oh gosh, 10 years?
something like that.
And was it a good investment?
Oh, totally. I'd been wanting to do it for a while. He kept saying, oh, no, let's don't do it. So we put in a small one. And then he said, well, that's not big enough.
Ah, so he got addicted
right?
too.
Yeah.
We're probably the only people who have an addition to a waterfall.
Oh, no. The average consumer gets 3 water features. Big, bigger, biggest.
Well, we went from small to big.
Okay, let's go see this. I can't wait to see it.
Did a really good job.
What a beautiful home. Oh, I love this big window. Look at this. You're such a grandma. You even have chocolate chip
Would
cookies.
you like one? Help yourself.
Okay, so right back here. So you're a gardener, huh?
Oh, yeah, a little bit.
Geez, another tree's blow down. Look at this. Jeez, everything's blowing down in this house.
Got in and they fell over last night and it's awful.
Oh my goodness. Well, the trees are blowing down everywhere here, but look at this. The Pondless Waterfall looks absolutely beautiful. Another slope. Whenever we have a slope, it just screams out a water feature. And maybe one of the reasons that you put it in there was because of the sound of the train, right? To have that soothing, relaxing sound. I mean, what a beautiful vista. Is that like a prairie path back there? Like a...
Page River.
Yep.
come here to go to the course or to the Riverwalk, and they love it.
Yes.
And we love it.
They came by several times. In fact, they came, Josh, you have Josh?
Yeah, he's our lead maintenance guy.
Yes.
He's been with the company for 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Josh was here a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I thought the waterfall was leaking.
Oh, yeah, he's our leak whisperer.
And he came over and he immediately fixed it because what I had done is I moved some rocks. And so that the water
Sure.
wasn't going
Diverting over.
It was going elsewhere and it really wasn't leaking. So he fixed it by
Yeah.
moving a couple of rocks. And while he was here, the neighbors came by and looked at it again for, I don't know, they came
And
by
that's how
daily.
they got our information.
And so he
yeah,
went
they
over.
saw our truck. Yeah.
He went over afterward and he talked to him.
Right.
But they had come by frequently before that. And he just happened to be here that day. So it was
Right.
Perfect. How much work has this water feature been? You've lived with it for 10 years.
work-wise.
Almost none.
Yeah.
Almost nothing. Just keeping the flowers around.
Which is gardening work.
Yeah, and at the end of the season, we pull the
Pump out.
and then it gets a little cleaning in the spring. And
So you would recommend it for people. It's not a lot of work.
we love it. We do it
It's
again.
fun. Whatever work is involved, the enjoyment of sitting there looking at it or coming over the edge here and looking down at it
Yep.
makes up for it.
And just hearing that sound when you're here.
It's great.
Yeah,
It really has been windy.
it has. So did you have two girls?
We had a boy and a girl.
Because I see the statue with two girls there.
That's a boy and a girl.
Oh, it is a boy and a girl. Okay, yeah, I guess that's a boy.
Yeah.
And this is just a little bike path that people ride back here with from the Forest Preserve.
Yep. There's our little golfer, and you can see him over there.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
Dam the river.
What is this?
This is the view that used to be here before.
That's the backyard.
That,
Oh, wow.
Across the
This was
river.
in the late 1890s. People came out on the weekends from Chicago.
From the city, yes. On the train
On
tracks.
the train, and they would picnic, and there was a boathouse. They could rent boats. There was a carousel, and they would come out for the day.
Notice how they dressed for a picnic.
Yeah, it was.
Right,
Always
yes,
a-
back in the day. So that's the history of this place, huh? So there's a river over there.
Oh yeah, DuPage River.
Oh, I see it, it's right here.
Yeah,
Right along in front of the railroad tracks.
they dammed it up years ago, obviously.
There's the babies in here.
Well, these guys got protected from the storm up there. Aw, just a baby, a little sparrow. So there's multiple ones under here.
There's A, B, C. The babies over here are all gone. We learned that they're very impatient. When they're hungry, they just won't stop.
Right, screaming, screeching for their mom. That's good, that's nature.
And the ones that were in here, they're really loud.
So there's the damage from the storm, but the pond is just fine, or the Pondless Waterfall is just fine after that storm. Sad for those trees and the baby birds. And there's the house that we were just at. So there's the people that were inspired by visiting the neighbors. You can see it's 1, 2, 3 houses away. Incredible backyard. Like they said, Colorado in their backyard. This is what I always say about my business. 1 pond becomes 2, 2 becomes 4, 4 becomes 8. This is how I got my start as a 21-year-old. I was still in college building ponds for people. I built my first ponds for people that were in Wheaton, Illinois, where I grew up. And every time I would build a pond, I would sell another pond from that. And that's just how it works. The neighbors weren't in the market for a pond, but they came over here and they saw this beautiful property with this water feature, and then all of a sudden they want to start living the aquascape lifestyle themselves. If you're interested in a career in this industry, check out the link below to all of our training. We have regional hands-on training events. We have the Aquascape Academy that we do at Aqualand. We have the Aquascape University, which is an online training you can do anywhere. This is a wonderful profession. It's an incredible career. There's so many interesting things. You get to meet really cool people. You get to travel all around with other certified Aquascape contractors and learn this profession. And we need more people in this industry because there's so much demand, because everybody wants a water feature yet. They just don't know it, which is exactly why I do my vlogs. I love my job.
Gluten-free if anybody has an issue.
Well, I don't have any issues, but I'm imagining some of these ladies might. So thanks for the cookies, Grandma.
That's a very grandma thing to do.
Very, very nice. Thank you.